Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another CounterSide video. Alright, so couple of quick reminders if you guys are still trying to do this Rosaria thing. Alright, today is the last day. So you gotta do it fast. You can see 13 hours left. When I post this video, it's gonna be like 12 hours left. Make sure you guys do it fast. Get this chibi Rosaria. Look at that chibi. Look at that chibi, alright? That's pretty cool. So let's talk about CounterSide Global. This week, what's happening in CounterSide Global? There's a couple of interesting updates, and I thought I want to keep you guys, bring you guys up to date because this is a pretty interesting one. Looks like CounterSide Global is really catching up, extremely close to C server in terms of updates now after the current patch. So let's talk about it. So this is going to be for November 22nd, 2023. Alright, so we are going to have mainly Ray is going to get balanced. So we're going to talk a little bit about Ray if you guys ever got him from the previous counter pass. So you can see we're going to have this new episode, Little Vincent, right? So this is going to be very interesting of these two characters, the police update, right? So this is going to feature a new event store, as you can see, alongside with these two new characters, which we're going to talk about shortly. Alright, so in this challenge, you can also get the Gauntlet advertising posters. And this can be used to craft exclusive gear. Alright, there's a slight chance for the exclusive gear to drop after each successful run. So this one can be a very interesting one. So very unique challenge, right? So you have a chance to craft for this Canary Squad mall. So this is going to be for Felicet and Laika. Now, obviously it's going to depend if you pull for them or not, right? If you don't intend to pull for them that much, there's just no incentive right here. Alongside with that, let's talk about some returning employees for all of these other characters. First up, we have Maestra Nequisha. Alright, I still think Maestra Nequisha is one of the coolest designs out of all the Awaken. Extremely huge, carrying like a orchestra concert, dudes in the background. Very cool, but you know, like if you don't really play PvP, she doesn't seem to be necessary as much. In PvE, she has been... she can still be used in PvE in some raids and stuff, but it's just the role of increasing damage taken. There's a lot of other characters that can fill that role at a cheaper cost, right? So that's one thing to consider. However, Awakened Shinja is here. So obviously between these two, this is the one that I'm going to vouch for. If your account still do not have Awakened Shinja, definitely consider her as an option. Alright, Awakened Shinja is going to be one of the better Awakened units to pull. She's going to be relatively easy to build. Alright, just give her a bunch of skill haste. Obviously, you don't have to... She's not really gear heavy. She's quite flexible and quite friendly in that sense. She's very strong in a lot of contents, right? And PvP, you can also use her, right? Depending on what kind of team that you're running. She's a supporter that's a 5 cost, so I do think that until today, she has still yet to be replaced, which I am very happy. So let's talk about the other regular SSR characters. In this case, we have Laika, so which is this character right here, probability up. She is going to be a very unique one. So if you guys are not aware, Laika and the other character is called Felicet, which is this other girl, right? She looks like Polly from Nikkei actually. So yeah, police squad as well. So let's talk about Laika first. Alright, first up, she's a ranger 2 cost. As you can see, very interesting damage. They are both soldiers, just so you guys know. So if you plan to run soldier teams, sure. But if you do not intend to run soldier teams, how strong is Laika generally? You can see the passive skill. Alright, so distract the enemy, create an opening. So after every 5 basic attacks, she basically throws the knives. And if Felicet is on the battlefield, she will throw 3 knives. So it does rely on Felicet to do more damage. Alright, special skill, after firing the last bullet to a ground enemy, she basically reloads. Attack speed increased by 15% and also crit damage buff, right? You can see right here. And if Felicet is there, the attack speed instead of 15% will become 30%. So that's going to be very interesting. And the last one, this is going to be on the ultimate, but it's a passive skill. Grants damage resistance penetration, 15% buff to herself. And if Felicet is there, it becomes 20%. So she's a very interesting soldier, ranger 2 cost. Now, 2 cost ranger, we have quite a number of options already from the soldier class. We have admin rifleman. If you guys are not aware, this is like my favorite character. I use this guy everywhere. Alright, so this is like my favorite soldier by far. It's just irreplaceable. Alright, so this guy is like cheap, you know, budget friendly, SR character, everybody has multiple copies, easier to get 110, and yeah, it's just a way more efficient character. And also, I'm sure some of you guys probably already have the Rearm Revet, right? Rearm Revet is also another 2 cost. So in the soldier class, we do have a number of that option. So she doesn't seem to be a necessary or necessity to a lot of players. Now for Felicet, she's going to be defender 3 cost, right? As you can see, when you deploy her, she has a shield that can knock the enemies a little bit away. She throws a grenade, and this can basically CC the enemy for 3 seconds. It lifts them up, alright? So pretty cool in that sense. Special skill basically, if Felicet's on the battlefield, the attack speed of Laika grants change to 30%, and she basically doesn't do much actually. It doesn't do much. It does cause the enemies to be airborne, and I think the strongest skill for her is going to be on the passive, right? So ideally this is where you get a lot of anti-counter damage resistance, alright? So and you can see she has the anti-counter damage resistance 10%, alright? This is going to make her very, very strong against counter enemies. Now, however, one thing to consider is this is also dependent on in PvP if you fight a counter team, right? If you are fighting a soldier or another like mech team, she's not going to be as efficient. So that's something to keep in mind. However, Felicet, I would say she's not like she's above average. I would say she's slightly above average. Like soldier defenders, there is the admin shieldman, which I think everyone has, right? Quite easy to build as well. We also have she's not really a tank, but admin sword fighter, which I think everybody has. And these two are really, really good because if you are running a soldier team, you can put them together with Revenant, which do gives shield, right? And it's gonna make them really, really annoying. If you were to use Felicet and Laika, now you cannot use a Revenant anymore because Revenant relies on this one, right? Where she can give 30% of max HP to ally multi-unit soldiers. So they need to be multi-unit like admin shieldman, which has two units together times 2 here, right? And also something like admin sword fighter. So it doesn't really work if you bring in both of these other characters. And also recently, I believe global players have access to the I forgot the name of the soldier that can heal. What are they called? I didn't get them, but they are exclusive to the event. Let me see if I can come here and browse them up. Soldier. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know who I'm talking about. This one. Acolyte, yes, I keep forgetting about them. I did not have them in the global server, but I did have them in the C server account, so there's that. So yeah, probably you can skip both Felicet and Laika, but at least right now, they were released in like C server about 1 or 2 months ago, so global is really catching up actually. I'm quite happy that global is actually finally catching up. As for these other characters, operators, we have Sigma. We have Moena, we have Jung Dain, which is kind of my favorite operator for the time being. I really love her ability to increase attack speed. Very good for soldier team. Black Friday payback event. So if you spend a little bit, you can see you get back a little bit of admin coins. So this only applies if you are a pay to win. Definitely an incentive for players who are looking to spend for sure. Now could be a good time to spend if you have, if you are looking to support the game, but it's up to you. There are some additional lucky Black Friday, login rewards as well for those of you who are just looking to log in as usual. And alongside with that, we have a new Danger Close Knight of the Lake. Now this is going to be a very different one. I'm curious what strategy this is going to be. The 4-week long cycle has been changed to a 2-week long cycle. Alright, so these are going to be the conditions for easy, normal, and challenge, where you get your skill haste reduced and units attack and HP is going to get increased by 20%. Alright, so alongside with that, inhibitor is going to be there, alongside with, I believe, okay, this is going to be for the tactical update 3 for the skill cut-in trophies. And let's talk about Ray's update, right? Ray's buff. So specific to Ray, a couple of things has changed, right? Number one, this guy is immune to CC and hit stun from ultimate or lower skills when he unleashes his power for this particular skill, right? It's still the same. However, the speed decreased by 60%. They are going to change that from speed to 30%. So that's one of the main changes. So the speed, he does have speed decrease 60% when he casts the ultimate, but now they're changing it to 60%, 30%, I mean. So that's going to be cool. One more thing is this particular one, the knockback. 12 seconds, it's going to become 16 seconds. So that's going to be huge, I guess. If you do have this character, he is going to get this slight buff, which I do think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool in a way, right? So this is going to help him a lot. The 60% and the 12 seconds is going to become 16 seconds. I think that means his ultimate is going to be way stronger now. Will he be meta in PvP? Slightly better than before for sure. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you guys do this. Alright, this is going to be the craft beverage event. I've still yet to done some of these. I need to try to get, you do get the gold binaries every single day, you can see. You do get 5 of these, alright? So don't miss out on the opportunity to get all of these. So today's one, you gotta craft this particular magical mint chocolate frap. So you just craft the beverage coming here. You try to figure out how do you get the magical mint chocolate frap. Is it this? Is it this? No. Okay, I know. Cast spell. Wait, that's the one, right? That's the one. It has to be. Yup. So it's this one, Sugar Lotus and Rainbows and Bountiful Leaf. And then next, and then we're gonna make 5. Give me that, give me that. I like the chibis, man. Like the chibis. That's the right one, yes. Alright, gonna submit it and get the extra rewards. So go here. Yes. And then you're gonna get some rewards along the way, some fusion core. Alright, so make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a like, and we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna try to find time to talk a little bit more about CounterSide because there's a lot of important discussions that resurfaced recently. So yeah, stay tuned. Have a nice day. Goodbye.